A Malefactor, a short story written by Anton Chekhov, translated by Constance Garnett, and performed by Frank Marcopolos of frankmarcopolos.com. An exceedingly lean little peasant, in a striped hempen shirt and patched drawers, stands facing the investigating magistrate, his face overgrown with hair and pitted with smallpox, and his eyes, scarcely visible under thick, overhanging eyebrows, have an expression of sullen moroseness. On his head there is a perfect mop of tangled, unkempt hair, which gives him an even more spider-like air of moroseness. He is barefooted. "Denis Grigoriev," the magistrate begins, "come nearer and answer my questions. On the 7th of this July, the railway watchman, Ivan Semyonovich Akinfov, going along the line in the morning, found you at the 141st mile, engaged in unscrewing a nut by which the rails are made fast to the sleepers. Here it is, the nut. With the aforesaid nut, he detained you. Was that so?" "What?" "Was this all as Akinfov states?" To be sure it was." "Very good. Well, what were you unscrewing the nut for?" What?" "Drop that what and answer the question. What were you unscrewing the nut for?" If I hadn't wanted it, I shouldn't have unscrewed it," croaks Denis, looking at the ceiling. "What did you want that nut for?" The nut? We make weights out of those nuts for our lines." "Who is we?" "We? People. The Klimovo peasants, that is." "Listen, my man. Don't play the idiot to me, but speak sensibly. It's no use telling lies here about weights." "I've never been a liar from a child, and now I'm telling lies," mutters Denis, blinking. But can you do without a weight, Your Honor? If you put a live bait or maggots on a hook, would it go to the bottom without a weight?" "I am telling lies," grins Denis. "What the devil is the use of the worm if it swims on the surface? The perch and the pike and the eel pout always go to the bottom, and a bait on the surface is only taken by a shillisper. Not very often, then, and there are no shillispers in our river. That fish likes plenty of room." "Why are you telling me about shillispers?" What? Why, you asked me yourself. The gentry catch fish that way, too, in our parts. The silliest little boy would not try to catch a fish without a weight. Of course, anyone who did not understand might go to fish without a weight. There is no rule for a fool." "So you say you unscrewed this nut to make a weight for your fishing line out of it?" "What else for? It wasn't to play knucklebones with." But you might have taken lead, a bullet, a nail of some sort. You don't pick up lead in the road. You have to buy it, and a nail's no good. You can't find anything better than a nut. It's heavy, and there's a hole in it." He keeps pretending to be a fool, as though he'd been born yesterday or dropped from heaven. Don't you understand, you blockhead, what unscrewing these nuts leads to? If the watchman had not noticed it, the train might have run off the rails. People would have been killed. You would have killed people." "God forbid, Your Honor. What should I kill them for? Are we heathens or wicked people? Thank God, good gentlemen, we have all lived our lives without ever dreaming of such a thing. Save and have mercy on us, Queen of Heaven." What are you saying?" "And what do you suppose railway accidents do come from? Unscrew 2 or 3 nuts and you have an accident." Denis grins and screws up his eye at the magistrate incredulously. Why, how many years have we all in the village been unscrewing nuts? And the Lord has been merciful. And you talk of accidents, killing people. If I had carried away a rail or put a log across the line, say, then maybe it might have upset the train. But poof, a nut. But you must understand that the nut holds the rail fast to the sleepers. We understand that. We don't unscrew them all. We leave some. We don't do it thoughtlessly. We understand. Dennis yawns and makes the sign of the cross over his mouth. Last year the train went off the rails here, says the magistrate. Now I see why. What do you say, Your Honor? I'm telling you that now I see why the train went off the rails last year. I understand. That's what you are educated people for, to understand, you kind gentlemen. The Lord knows to whom to give understanding. Here you have reasoned how and what, but the watchman, a peasant like ourselves with no understanding at all, catches one by the collar and hauls one along. You should reason first and then haul me off. It's a saying that a peasant has a peasant's wit. Right down to, Your Honor, that he hit me twice, in the jaw and in the chest. Mm-hmm. When your hut was searched, they found another nut. At what spot did you unscrew that, and when? You mean the nut which lay under the red box? I don't know where it was lying, only it was found. When did you unscrew it? I didn't unscrew it. Ignashka, the son of One-Eyed Simeon, gave it to me. I mean the one which was under the box, but the one which was in the sledge in the yard, Mitrofan and I unscrewed together. What Mitrofan? Mitrofan Petrov. Haven't you heard of him? He makes nets in our village and sells them to the gentry. He needs a lot of those nuts. Reckon a matter of 10 for each net. Listen, Article 1081 of the Penal Code lays down that every willful damage of the railway line committed when it can expose the traffic on that line to danger, and the guilty party knows that an accident must be caused by it. Do you understand? Knows, and you could not help knowing what this unscrewing would lead to, is liable to penal servitude. Well, of course, you know best. We are ignorant people. What do we understand? You understand all about it. You are lying, shamming. What should I lie for? Ask in the village if you don't believe me. Only a bleak is caught without a weight, and there is no fish worse than a gudgeon, and yet even that won't bite without a weight. You'd better tell me about the Shillisper next, said the magistrate, smiling. Well, there are no Shillispers in our parts. We cast our line without a weight on the top of the water with a butterfly. A mullet may be caught that way, though that is not often. Come, hold your tongue. A silence follows. Dennis shifts from one foot to the other, looks at the table with the green cloth on it, and blinks his eyes violently as though what was before him was not the cloth, but the sun. The magistrate writes rapidly. Can I go? Asks Dennis after a long silence. No, I must take you under guard and send you to prison. Dennis leaves off blinking, and, raising his thick eyebrows, looks inquiringly at the magistrate. How do you mean to prison? Your Honor, I have no time to spare. I must go to the fair. I must get 3 rubles from Yegor for some tallow. Hold your tongue. Don't interrupt. To prison? If there was something to go for, I'd go, but just to go for nothing? What for? I haven't stolen anything, and I believe, and I've not been fighting. If you are in doubt about the arrears, Your Honor, don't believe the elder. You ask the agent. He's a regular heathen, the elder. You know. Hold your tongue. I am holding my tongue as it is, mutters Dennis. But that the elder has lied over the account. I'll take my oath for it. There are 3 of us. brothers. Kuzma Grigoriev, and then Yegor Grigoriev, and me, Denis Grigoriev. You are hindering me. Hey, Semyon, cries the magistrate. Take him away. There are 3 of us brothers, mutters Denis, as 2 stalwart soldiers take him and lead him out of the room. A brother is not responsible for a brother. Kuzma does not pay, so you, Denis, must answer for it. Oh, judges, indeed. Our master, the general, is dead. The kingdom of heaven be his, or he would have shown you judges. You ought to judge sensibly, not at random. Flog, if you like, but flog someone who deserves it. Flog with conscience. The end. You've been listening to a short story entitled A Malefactor. It was written by Anton Chekhov, translated by Constance Garnett, and performed by Frank Marcopolos. The story and its translation are both in the public domain, and the performance is copyright 2021 by Frank J. Marcopolos. It was performed at the Bookquarium Recording Studio. For more, please visit frankmarcopolos.com. That's frankmarcopolos.com. That's Frank, Marcopolos.com. As always, I thank you for listening